What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah. Hello. Hello. I just wanted to discuss a few things that I've just been doing. I've just been working on some code concerning the transit application that I'm building. Um, I'm currently I'm just hardening, making some security, um, putting some security guards and hardening the backend a little bit concerning, payment transfers, also the authentication. One issue that I have found concerning the authentication is that I have not implemented like a two-factor OTP authentication, right, for either the email or the mobile number, right? And the reason why I didn't do that isn't because maybe I was just too lazy or couldn't implement it. The reason is a budget constraint, right? It's a financial constraint. The reason I say this is because this is an app. You see, it's a transportation app, right? So like if people begin to hop on the app, people begin to onboard on your application and all of that, it's gonna be a huge volume of people, right? And my system wouldn't be like, I do not have the budget, like the funds to be able to sustain it, right? Especially if it goes to production, right? I do not want to release a feature that I wouldn't be able to sustain. I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't be confident enough to be able to sustain for at least a long period of time, right? So I was just like, okay, rather than doing this two-factor authentication thing, let me just stick to Google Auth and email and password for now, right? So I then got to thinking again, right? I then got to thinking again that but there has to be a way I could make this feature much secure, right? Rather than just leaving it to where it is currently, right? So I was like, okay, why not put some form of like a biometric, right, on it? Sorry, I keep on looking at it because I am coding at the same time talking to you guys. Um, so I was thinking like, why not put in some form of like guard, right? Especially for the transportation company, right? The admin dashboard. We don't want a situation where, like, for example, you just leave your phone down and someone could easily access your phone and uh, use your Google Auth to get access to the platform, right? That is something that is a nightmare. If someone is able to do that, the person will be able to transfer your money out as an organization, and I don't want to be dealing with that, right? So prevention is better than cure. What is the cure to that? Some form of security measure, right? So I was like, okay, oh, there are existing security measures that we could take, like the biometric, right? Like for example, if the person logs in, we make the person like use their face ID or their thumbprint to lock it, right? And I think the the transportation companies will appreciate that feature. The reason I say they will appreciate that feature is because I mean, they gotta be concerned about the safety and the security of their platform, right? So they will definitely opt in to have that feature, right? So that's what I implemented just now, and yeah, now the app has a biometric, so either face ID or what's it called? It has face ID or thumbprint, right? So that is what I've done for now on the app. I implemented some other features also currently on the Zoomaa application. If you guys don't know, I'm building a transportation application for Ghana. We do not have one yet, so it would be good to have. It will be good to have, but if I'm going to build it, I can't just build something average, right? Like, come on. your country doesn't have a transportation application and you're gonna just come and build some basic ass app. No, we have to make it bougie. We have to make it good, like really good, something that is just good. If there hasn't been development in an area for a long time, if if there is gonna be any development, it has to catch up to what's the latest. The it has to catch up to the modern time. It doesn't have to, be a progression. It has to catch up at once so that we move from there, right? So I got inspiration from an app that we use in the US, some application we call Transit app. Bro, this app is so beautiful. Like, I can't say enough about this application. Like the Transit app in Alexandria, the app is gorgeous. Like the praises enough. Like the praises people give it on Play Store and App Store is fucking insane. You are able to see the live location of buses and all of that. So it's an app that we use like to track bus locations in the city, and you can know where each bus is at each time, so that you know whether like there's a bus approaching you, you need to go and wait for at a bus stop and pick and hop on the bus and all of that. Like it's a really good app that gives you live data into the location, like the current location of all the apps in real time, and you can see the buses moving in real time, right? I was like, bro, I need this feature in the transit application, the transportation application I'm building, the long distance travel. I was like, we gotta have this feature, we have to have this feature in the Zoomaa application. So that was when I went on to spend about 5 days on that feature. So I got it in the approximately 2 phases. So one is like if you make a normal booking, you can see the current location of your buses, right? When the trip you booked, you can see the bus live location, right? Whether it has started moving, how long it is from your current location. I was like, okay, good. Let's take it a step further, right? Because the transit application is an app that when you're able to see a fleet of cars, right? It's not only one vehicle that you see the live location. You're able to see a fleet. You're able to sort it. You're able to sort through by route, right? From what destination to what destination, right? And see the buses currently that are actively moving. That is just the developers. They need a thank you from the community. They are just spectacular. So I was like, okay, all right, we could just take it. We need to step it. We need to step it a notch. I need to step that my game up. So I was like, okay, let's build that feature. So I had it in 2 phases. So for example, if you are in a city, let's say you are in Alexandria, and you wanna see all the buses that are currently going to, let's say you want to go to Minnesota, right? You want to go to Minnesota, but you are in Alexandria, you haven't yet bought any ticket, you haven't scheduled any ticket yet, right? So, and you are in a hurry, you just want to go, right? So there are a couple of things you could do. You can just search the route and it will display to you all the buses from every location, any location at all the buses from any location at all that are heading towards Minnesota. And there's one distinction, right? So I put certain demarcators, right? The buses that are going to pass at least near your location need to be distinct, right? So that you know the buses that you could tap on and book, because you can't select a bus even though it's heading towards Minnesota, right? For example, if the bus is from South Dakota to Minnesota, how are you gonna get to South Dakota before going to Minnesota, right? Doesn't make sense, right? You need to get buses that are in close proximity to you, at least like not more than 10K, or like 10, not more than 10 miles, or like not miles. I don't know much in miles, but like I mean, 10 kilometers away, not more than 10 kilometers away. So that you could take some Uber, wait at the stop for the bus before you hop on the bus and just go, right? That's one feature. So you are able to easily hop on the bus and go, right, without having to schedule in advance, right? Okay. The other one is you search and you look at the buses at your current location, like your buses that are stationary at your current location, right? So the buses that have like that are scheduled, right? But uh, it is not hard because normally what we have, right, is that you search for a route like from Alexandria to Washington or Minnesota, then you get cards, right? You just get a list of cards of what trips that are happening by different companies, right? I find it a little bit boring because like, come on, it's just a card and there isn't much to it, right? And I was like, okay, if we actually have the location pin of buses, right? If we display buses rather than cards, that would be a little bit more fun. It's like, okay, you can see bus locations around you, right? So you can tap on one, see the brief details of it, and go book it, right? That seems more fun. It's not just cosmetic. Some may just think I mean, it's mostly cosmetic, but I mean, user experience is also part of application development, right? It's not only about that, like a strict functionality, right? Like how you make the user feel. It's also very, very, very hot, profound, right? It's very great in what the usability of the application, right? So that was what I was thinking, and I spent some few days on it, and I was able to build it. I tested it a few times. It was working, and I really really loved it, right? So that's just it. I will keep on discovering some things to add to the app. Initially, I was on the fence in thinking whether I should do that feature, whether it's just a redundant feature. But once that I've implemented it, I was like, "Ugh, I'm just gonna keep it. Is because like I have to have that feature, in this app. Like if I'm gonna release it in Ghana, I have to have it because I need a hook. Like people should look at my app and be like, yeah, that is the app. It's not like, it's just a boring app. You get what I mean? Yeah, it has to have that wow factor to it, like that captivating thing to it, right? And that is what I'm striving at. Not only functionality, but some emotional hook so that people come to the app. People want to play with it. It's just like a game, some kind of like, oh, even if you're not gonna book, at least you want to look at sort of live location of buses, right? It's kind of fun. Yeah, that was what I was doing, and I thought of sharing this with you, and I'll keep on updating you on the features that I built, the progress of the application. Today I plan on releasing the app on Android, the partner application and the custom application. I'll release the two on Android. For iOS, I'm waiting for some company documentation before I release it, but that will be coming in very soon. So stay tuned, and I'll keep on updating you on the amazing features that I'm building in the app. Yeah.